He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looking for a man. It's Gentry. Throws to the back. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Makes the grab. Turning it on. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Sooners are on the move. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Slade. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Gentry. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him, get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
And this one splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Breaks into the open. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level, right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. We've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch. It is absolutely crazy.
Oh, they're after him! And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. To the air, it's Gentry. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball in the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge, make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt, and I'm making memory of all this stuff. Did it work? What were they in? Can I get back to this later?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Davison. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Davison. Hauls it in. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. The Longhorns are marching down the field. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry up. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They'll try to tack one more on their score.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Gentry. Finds his tight end. A pickup of 5, marks it at the 36-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. And after the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, this offense faces third down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Back to pass, it's Gentry. He wants to take the top off. He's got it for a big play. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside kick. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Puts it out of the air. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Grover. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Gentry. It's complete on the right side. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
The Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Back to throw, it's Gentry. Trying to barrel in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Sooners! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Dennis. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. And the Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Flushed out of the pocket. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners have taken it inside the 20. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Gentry. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to test that run defense to the right here.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Looking for a big gain. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Back to pass, it's Gentry. Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Right on the money. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. This will likely be the last play of the half. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Pierce. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
And these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Oklahoma offense will go back to work. The give out of the gun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set in the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. They'll go right back to it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Davison. Gets it out quickly. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Amaro. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Pierce. Pulls it in. It's Dennis. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Snagged out of the air. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Finds his man. It's Segal. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. We reached a quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Great job on 1st down. Great job on 2nd down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
Dropping back, it's Gentry. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Still running at the 40. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hard running there. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Fires to the big fella. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Back to throw, it's Gentry. Takes the grab. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
I tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive. Now trying to put this game in a good situation.
Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain. Challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. After the run, now to throw. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting. Offense in an empty set. Gets the back moving. Using his feet. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Grab near the sticks. It's Amaro. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Looking for a man. It's Pierce. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the move. Finds a little space. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Trying to... There he goes. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. Got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They're sending out the regular kickoff unit. I know they've got a couple of timeouts, but I don't think there's enough time on the clock to pass on the onside kick. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Line gets set, first down. Looking for a gap. It's Grohl. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. It was the Sooners who put the horns down in Dallas today in the Red River Showdown, and they'll take that golden hat north of the river. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.